Hey, everybody, welcome to Frequency 140. And as always, I'm joined by my co host, Mr. Sean Bennett.
Hello, everybody.
And today we are finally getting to the WrestleMania 41 predictions.
Yes. Tis the
And,
season.
oh, yes. Yeah, April 19th and April 20th,
Yeah.
2 nights. So please check it out on Peacock or anywhere you can find it. I think it's even on Netflix now.
Yeah, Netflix is going to have it this year. That's
Yeah.
man, Easter weekend. What an Easter weekend this year. And then, of course, I'm trying to figure out how these dates work and all, and I've just given up because last year Easter was March 31st. This year it's 420.
Yeah.
So we've got Easter
Couple
on,
holidays mixed together.
Yeah, so yeah, it's crazy, and not to turn anybody off too soon, but yeah, so it's 420. It's Easter, obviously. Unfortunately, we memorialize the Columbine, and then we have to also say, okay, well, it's Hitler's birthday and WrestleMania. That's a heck of a day to combine all those things into one ball of a day,
Yeah.
man. So what a weird year this is, but hey, let's go with it. WrestleMania is on 420. What?
Yep. There you go, man.
So take it.
All right, so we're going to start with Jade Cargill versus Naomi.
Okay.
And honestly, this is all made for Jade.
It is.
I mean, I don't see any other way they put this match up.
I agree with you. I think, like we talked about before, because Jade came in, is it 2 years now? At a Royal Rumble?
something like that, yeah.
There was always the her coming in, that the talk of her not really being WWE formatted in that sense. She wasn't,
coming
adjusted
straight from
to the
AEW.
style, right?
Yeah.
I think she's advanced and evolved tremendously. I think she's adapted very well.
Yeah. For sure.
And I agree with you. I think this is going to be her vehicle to get her that ascension.
Mhm.
I mean, it's already there. We can already feel the push, but this is, I think this would just be another notch in the belt to kind of give her the
the
rub and,
nudge.
move her on up.
Yep. I agree, man. All right, next up, AJ Styles versus Logan Paul, and a potential show stealer on this one. Because, I mean, whether you like Logan or not, man, he's good.
He is. There's no doubt about that.
He is really good, and AJ Styles is one of the best ever. So when you put these two in a match, especially at WrestleMania, we're probably gonna see something really cool.
Yeah, and we're coming up on the time in which AJ has spoken multiple times about retirement, which rightly deserved.
Yeah,
I mean, the dude is
wrestled forever.
He's a legend. He's a Hall of Famer. And I mean, he's was it Gainesville, Georgia?
Mm-hmm.
That's right. He's a Georgia boy. I'm like you. I think this is going to be one to where not so much of a storyline per se, but it is definitely going to be a show stealer, just because of the athleticism of both. I'm not by no means trying to put anything, comparatively to the Macho Man Randy Savage and Ricky Steamboat, but potentially this is one of those matches that could, work its way to that level.
Oh yeah,
I mean,
I agree.
The athleticism and
it's all there.
Yeah, I think with it being in the whole retirement thing, I think we're going to see a lot of AJ passing the torch, and you know what I'm saying, and which we want
I think
to.
so too.
I think this is going to be a good thing because I'm like you, whether you like Logan Paul or not, the guy is talented. He's an athlete. He can do some phenomenal things, and I think this will showcase it.
Yep,
So.
I agree, man. I got Logan winning on this one all day. All right, now this one hasn't been announced yet, but I put it on the list anyway because the storyline's going this way. It has to be this. So we have Io Sky versus Bianca Belair, and soon to be announced versus Rhea Ripley for the Women's World Heavyweight Championship. And honestly, I think if it were me booking this, man, I would go with Io Sky on this one. I would have Bianca and Rhea go into like almost a blood feud and cost themselves the match somehow. That way, Io Sky, you got another potential superstar.
I can see that. Yeah, I mean, I could see where that would that's a viable option. Obviously, this is one that again I got to admit I haven't really been that invested in, but I can see where if we're looking to maneuver and go out of WrestleMania with new, avenues, that would be the way to go.
Yeah.
I mean, and I think that's what we I think sometimes lose sight on, where we get caught up in, okay, what's WrestleMania? This has got to be the culmination of something. Well, it can be, but it can also be the beginning of a lot more if done right. So
yeah.
I think that I see what you're saying there. But I'm a Rhea Ripley fan, so I'm
Yeah, no, I understand. I get it.
I'm not going to complain.
Too,
I'm not going to complain if she takes it.
But I don't know, man. The booking on it just wouldn't make sense to me if you just let Rhea win it back.
It would be hot shotting for sure.
Yeah.
I'll admit that.
Yeah.
You know, and that's why we talk about many times is hopefully the folks behind the scenes, they, you know, they keep a focus and keep it done right. And not saying that what our predictions are like are always right, but we've got some pretty good understanding of storyline and where
Yeah,
they
for
could go
sure.
and what you could do with it. So
Hmm.
I agree with you. If you know, as much of a fan as I am, she did come back and they did it. That's just simply hot shotting.
Yep,
No,
I
so
agree. Next up, man, we got LA Knight versus Jacob Fatu for the United States Championship. And I'm just gonna go and say that this one didn't really have much of a build up.
no,
I could see Jacob winning, just for the sake of him winning, but I hope they got something for LA Knight if they do that, because there just wasn't much here.
no. And if he does, I'm going to go ahead and say if Jacob Fatu does win, that's to me almost like hot shotting too, because it's almost like you're going to give him a title, you know, give him a title because of the lineage of what's going on or what's, you know what I'm saying?
Well,
Like,
yeah, not only that, like LA Knight won it like 3 weeks
right.
ago or 2 weeks
And
ago
so,
from Shinsuke.
right. It's not, there's no meat on the bone. That's just it.
Yep.
There's no meat on the bone. It's just
Yeah.
there. Okay. You know, but there's nothing really that's going to come out of it or, you know, be detrimental or monumental in the match. So.
No, I completely agree, man. And speaking of like meat on the bone, man, this one had meat on the bone. This one had so much momentum going in, and now, I mean, don't know if this is even like really an anticipated match anymore. And it's Jey Uso versus Gunther.
Yeah.
I mean, and it sucks, man. I like both guys, but like, dude, Jay's just lost a lot of momentum ever since the Rumble win. You know, don't get me wrong, man. He still comes out to those
Yeah.
entrances and people do the eat thing, but you know, like that segment they had the other night where Gunther was beating up Jimmy
Yeah.
in front of him, and
Yep.
like Jay was handcuffed to the rope. I mean, like, dude, the whole crowd was like pretty much sitting on their hands.
Well,
There wasn't hardly anything going on.
and that's the thing. If they do pull the trigger, and because I'm gonna go ahead and say Gunther on this one, I'm calling Gunther.
All
But
right.
if they pull the trigger and they, you know, they strap it to Jay, what are we doing? That's you know that yeah, you know that's if I were in the writers' room, I'd be like, okay, after this is done, where are we going? We have to have a long. It's a world heavyweight championship. This is a secondary title. This is a biggie. What are we gonna do with this? What's the plan?
Yeah.
How are we going to run this? You know, because we've got a whole year now to figure out, you know, and that's where I kind of like, I think that's where some of the momentum is lost because with everything going on, I don't think people, again, are focused enough to figure out what to do or where to go with it. So if they put it on him, it's going to be interesting, but I'm going with Gunther because that's
Yeah.
just a safe bet. You could put Gunther with anybody pretty much and build one hell of a rivalry, you know? I mean, again, if we could do it right, and I mean, all pieces fall into place next year, let's go, you know, Cody Rhodes versus Gunther. You know what I'm saying? Something like that, or at least SummerSlam. I mean, have a title versus title type thing. I mean, but I don't. Yeah, I'm like you with Jey Uso. It just feels like it's lost the umph.
Yeah, because I mean, I really thought this would be like one of those WrestleMania moments, like the feel good one,
Well,
you know.
yeah.
And I just don't know if they're going to do it anymore. So I'm with you. I'm going Gunther on this one because Jay's way better on the chase.
And you know, and that goes back to the old analogy when we talk about professional wrestling. A lot of, you know, folks that know professional wrestling as a sport and as a form of entertainment, you're exactly right. Some competitors are better on the chase than as champion. One of my favorites, Sting of all time.
Yeah,
Fact of the matter is, he was better chasing the champion than actually being the champion.
agreed.
That's how it worked. So, and it's another one of those cases right there.
Yeah, man. All right, so we're moving on to Tiffany Stratton versus Charlotte Flair.
Wow. That's
Yeah,
personal.
this one's going to be
Crazy.
great. Like, because this was the match that we've been talking about for months that people wanted to see. And, you know, even with the Rumble video that we did with the predictions, we knew it was going to be Charlotte.
Right.
Because we knew Tiffany was going to be the champion. So, I mean, this was the money match to make. And they did it. And the promos have been great. I've liked all of it. They really got some real, like, friction, it seems like. I mean, it may not be, but sure sounds like it.
Yeah, and I appreciated that. I appreciate it, and you know, I'm sure being the professionals that they are, there was some understanding that hey, we're gonna cut close to the bone here, and you know, the closer to reality, the better, you know, in certain instances. But yeah, the promos have been great. Felt real sincere, all that good stuff. we just celebrated Charlotte's 39th birthday as of this taping yesterday. So she's 39 years old and looks phenomenal. The queen.
Yeah.
But I'll be honest with you, I think maybe 2 more years,
Mm-hmm.
if that, and she'll probably be ready to call it a day. So I as much as I love Charlotte, I think we're gonna see Stratton come out with the win here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I'm with you on that
No.
one. Yeah, I think Stratton deserves it. Like this is
Yeah.
one of those
She's
we're gonna
earned it.
make you moments.
Yes, yeah,
You
yeah.
know.
And that's again going back to the whole situation of the promos, watching the promos. She has held her own. And so she has definitely proved that okay, so you got the stick work, you can talk, you obviously got the ring work, and we're building something here. So yeah.
I agree, man. Tiffany all day, man.
Yep.
All right, so we're going on to one of the main events, the main event of night one, CM Punk versus Roman Reigns versus Seth Rollins. All right, this has potential to be a show stealer also. So we got a stacked card here, man.
They definitely stacked the card on this year. And I know it's a 2-night thing. Personally, I'm pulling for Rollins. I want Rollins.
Okay.
I'm wanting to see Seth Rollins, just simply, and this is no disrespect to CM Punk or Reigns, but kind of burn out on the Reigns thing. No offense, CM Punk is at this point is more of like a flag bearer, torch. He's phenomenal as well, but Rollins is, man, he's come so far in such a short amount of time in my book, because watching him from his Ring of Honor day as Tyler Black to where he is now, total package. Dude's got charisma, star power, knows how to work the stick, knows how to gain heat. And I think that no matter, I think this one right here is, you've always got a winner with Seth Rollins. So I'm pulling for, and I'm calling Seth Rollins on this one.
Now I'm going to go with Punk,
Okay.
actually, because I think it'd be funny if Rollins and Reigns are so mad at him that they cost themselves a match,
Right.
which I could totally see
See it,
that.
yep.
And they just continue on this huge feud throughout the year. Because, it can keep Punk out of the title situation.
Yeah.
Especially if you got him with Reigns
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
Rollins,
I can see that.
both.
I can see that. I'd be okay with that. I'm pulling for Rollins. I don't know. And again, I'm not trying to crap on Roman Reigns. I'm burnt out on you, bro. I love you to death, but just, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And this is no offense. I was a Hulkamaniac. I got burnt out on Hulk Hogan. I was ready to see him get beat by the Ultimate Warrior. So
Yeah, it always happens.
it's one of those
Yeah.
things. It's not, but yeah, whether you like him or don't like him, CM Punk is also a safe bet. And whether people can say, a lot of people, no, he's not. Yes, he is. Yes, he is.
Oh, yeah.
He may be an asshole, but he's a business asshole. Meaning that whether people want to believe that or not, he is business first. He really is. Mm-hmm. That's what's caused him so many issues with people over the years, is that his respect and passion for the craft and for the industry, that's what makes him the way he is.
Yeah, for sure.
His take is, if you're not going to respect it the way I do, well, kiss my ass. And and I'll say what I'm going to say, because obviously you don't have as much respect for the sport that I have, and that's the whole thing there. It's not like he thinks he's better than everybody else. He's just wanting to hold everybody. Here, this is my standard. If you don't meet my standard, well, kiss my butt. I can respect that, because he backs it up. He always has.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, so that's my pick, man.
All right, that's a good one.
All right, so we're going to the main event of night 2 here. This is a big one.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so it's Cody Rhodes versus John Cena.
Yep.
Now, I've said on our previous video how to book a heel John Cena. I really wanted Cena to win this one, but Cena did a no-no. And what it was when he was cutting those promos, he kind of put down like an ultimatum. And he said that when he wins, he will retire with the belt and go away forever. Whenever a bad guy says that, they ain't winning.
Nope.
And that just threw me way down here on the anticipation of this match. Because now I'm pretty sure I know the ending, and it's going to be Cody. Not that that's bad.
Not that
it's just
bad, but
damn, it would have been so much better had he just not said anything like that.
I agree with you. Everything you just said, I agree with completely. I think that right there was pulling the rug out from underneath it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Unless he comes out with his head completely shaved bald, maybe there's a chance.
Yeah.
Because then I'd be like, dude, all right. But, unless that happens, I'm with you, man. I think they gave that one away. Rhodes is going to take it simply because of what you said. But again, my whole thing with this John Cena thing is just so. We've talked about it before in past videos, man. So it's convoluted.
Yeah, I liked it when it started, but then then he cut the promos, and I was like, oh, okay.
And it doesn't. And I hate to be that way, but dude, we thought you were going away. We were ready to, send you off to the sunset. Now we're what are we doing here? So. But I agree with you. I think with him saying what he said, that is kind of.
Yep, kind of done.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I mean, that's pretty much the WrestleMania card. Now, there are 2 other matches. Now, I think one was actually made official the other night. I might have made a mistake on this one.
Okay.
And let me know in the comments if you want to. But, I mean, they're heading into this match for sure. And this is Damian Priest versus Drew McIntyre. And given the fact that Damian won like a couple of them, I think this is going to be McIntyre's payoff for that. I think McIntyre will win.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think this is going to be another solid match.
Yeah.
All the way through. But I agree with you. I think with the way things have worked out, they'll give it to McIntyre.
Yeah. Then the next one on the list is the Intercontinental Championship match.
It's an interesting one.
In which, they're obviously building to this as a 3-way or a potential 4-way.
Okay.
So it'll be Braun Breaker versus Penta versus Finn Balor and possibly Dominic Mysterio. Now, I would prefer if Dominic wasn't in it, but, who knows?
Right.
Who knows what they're going to do here. Who do you got on this one, buddy?
Well, we talked about this before we went live. I would not be surprised if they went ahead and strapped the Rocket to Penta just to kind of put some gold on him and just kind of give him the rub and maybe him and Braun Breaker can work a show going through the summer, building up to SummerSlam, because you mentioned something I thought was very interesting, and I agree with you. You're calling Braun Breaker for next year's Royal Rumble.
Yep.
So before we even get there, and I'm like, yep. I mean, I can see where this can build. So I think if they do that and they get the series of matches between Breaker and Penta, that not only is going to elevate, it's going to elevate everybody involved. Yeah, because it's going to be Penta's first major singles run with the championship in the WWE and Intercontinental,
Yeah.
And then you're also at the same time, you're building up Braun Breaker to go to that next level, which we're all ready for them to start doing and making the steps towards that. So I'm going to say, I'm going to pull that out and say that, that Penta's going to pull this one off.
Yeah.
That's
all right. Yeah. We agree then.
Okay.
Yeah. I got Penta all day on this one.
And what about Ray Phoenix? Not to go away, but man, what a debut!
Oh
Ray
yeah,
Phoenix,
it was
man.
great. Man.
That was great, dude. That was awesome. I was really happy to see that. Gave me chill bumps almost because you can see that the passion and appreciation for a performer. I mean, it was so sincere.
Yeah, he did phenomenal, man.
Yeah,
he did so well. I mean,
props.
not that I ever thought he wouldn't.
No, it's just but to see it on the major stage,
yeah,
and to
really
see it translate.
See
Yeah, absolutely.
That was great, man. All right, folks, that'll do it, man. That's our WrestleMania 41 predictions. So please like, share, subscribe, ring the bell for notifications, and follow us on Patreon at Frequency 140 Podcast. You can follow us on Instagram at F140 Pod. And as always, I'll send it back to you, buddy.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much. Thank you, as always, for tuning in, hanging out with us, letting us chat for a little bit, and being a part of the show, right? So, as always, geeks, freaks, nerds, and all of us wrestling fans, unite. The world needs us. See y'all next time.
See ya.